Hello everyone, Prideberry here. Today I'd like to read to you another story called I Should Have Stayed in Bed, written by Joan M. Lexau. Some days it doesn't pay to get up. Some days you can't do anything right. One day I woke up. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. I got dressed. I put on my shoes. I tied the shoelaces. The shoes were on the wrong feet. When I untied the shoelaces, I made 2 knots, so I left the shoes on the wrong feet. I went down to breakfast. "Good morning, dear," said my mother. "Why are you wearing your Cub Scout suit? Tomorrow is Cub Scout Day." "Good morning, Sam," said my father. "Your shoes are on the wrong feet. What's the matter with you today? This isn't like you." I got dressed all over again. When I tried to untie the shoelaces, they broke. I put the shoes on the wrong feet. I went down again to breakfast. "Not so much sugar in your cereal, my dear," my mother said. "I like it this way," I said. I put some more sugar on my cereal. At the bottom, it was all soggy sugar. I ate it all up. It was terrible. Ugh. I went to call for Albert. Good old Albert, my best friend. "Albert! Hey, Albert!" I yelled at his window. "Albert left. It's late," his mother said. "Oh, that Albert, some friend." I took off for school. I saw a nickel in the street. "Good," I said. "Something good at last." I went over to pick it up. My foot kicked it into the sewer. "Oh, boy, I should have stayed in bed today," I said. I got to school when the first bell rang. "Here comes Sam the Snail," Albert said. "What took you so long?" I threw a notebook at him. He ducked. The notebook instead hit Amy Lou. "You could have killed me," Amy Lou said. "I'm going to tell." She ran into the school. I ran after her. "Amy Lou," I said. "Amy Lou? Amy Lou! Amy Lou!" Amy Lou went into our classroom. "Sam tried to kill me," she yelled. The teacher wasn't there, so everybody ran around the room. "Watch me," I said. "Watch how fast I can go." I turned around and around and around, faster and faster. The second bell rang. Everybody sat down. Everybody but me. I fell down. The teacher came in. "Well, Sam," said the teacher. "I got dizzy." I said, "Oh, go see the nurse," said the teacher. So I did. Boy, was the nurse mad when she found out why I got so dizzy. She told me off. She gave me a note from my teacher. The teacher told me off too. She told me to open my reader and read. I read, "Bob walked down the dark street. He was getting colder and colder. By and by, he was a snowman." The entire class laughed. "He saw a snowman," said the teacher. "Maybe you are still dizzy, Sam. Amy Lou, it is your turn." Amy Lou read it right. She always does. Albert gave me a note. I opened it up. The teacher saw it. Read the note out loud, she said. What could I do? I read it out loud. It said, "Can you read this fast? I am. I am. I really am. I'm Annette." Everybody laughed. I didn't look at Albert. "You read that very well," said the teacher. "But after this, when you and Albert have something to say it to all of us. No more notes." I thought lunchtime would never come. But alas, it did. I didn't wait for Albert. Sam, Albert's calling you, Emmylou said. Albert? I said. Who is Albert? I don't know any Albert. I ran all the way home. I said over and over, I should have stayed in bed. I should have stayed in bed. When I got home, I said, why not? It can only help. Things can get any worse. So I went to my room. I put on my pajamas. I went to bed and counted to 100. I'll call the doctor, my mother said. Now I know something is the matter. I'm all right, I said. I'm starting the day over. Oh, said my mother. She looked at me as if I were crazy. But she didn't call the doctor. I got up and put my robe and slippers on. I asked for some cereal. I put just a little sugar on it. Then I got dressed and ran to school. I didn't see Albert. I heard the first bell ring. I heard the second bell ring. Everybody was in school. No, not everybody. There was Albert by the door. You're late, he said. Well, so are you, I said. I know, Albert said. I saw you coming, so I waited for you. We can both stay after school. Good old Albert. Good old best friend Albert. We went into our classroom. Sam and Albert are late, Emmylou said. Oh, so I see, said the teacher. They'll have to stay after school, won't they? Asked Emmylou. Yes, they will, said the teacher. You know what? You know what? Sam has slippers on, cried Emmylou. The entire class laughed. What a crazy day. Emmylou, said the teacher. You will have to stay after school as well, because you talk way too much. It didn't look like such a bad day after all. The end.